It's 2 p.m., you've crushed your morning, but now your brain feels like it's swimming through mud. You're reaching for your third cup of coffee, wondering if you're losing your edge and why you're feeling so foggy and lacking energy. Here's the truth, it's not just your age, it's literally burnout on a cellular and psychological level. Specifically, it's 7 nutrition mistakes that are robbing you of your mental clarity every single afternoon, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to fix them. I'm Dr. Anthony Balduzzi, founder of the Fit Mother Project and the Fit Father Project. And over the past decade, I've worked with over 60,000 parents who thought that they were getting older, that their best days of health were behind them, that brain fog was just the new normal, until I started showing them the advice that you're gonna learn in this video and really casting aside all the outdated, bad advice. You can be amazingly healthy, fit, and have a lot of great mental clarity when you follow the advice in this video. Brain fog isn't a character flaw, it's a biological response to what you're putting in your body. And the 2 p.m. crash, that's your body sending you a distress signal, letting you know that your brain is in a low energy state and it needs some help. Now, I've reviewed over 40 studies on cognitive function and nutrition for this video. And what the research shows is that brain fog affects over 40 million Americans regularly. And here's what most people don't know about it. The 2 p.m. crash isn't random, it's actually predictable. And it's the buildup of what happened earlier in the day in the morning. And I'm gonna say specifically, it's 7 nutritional triggers that stack up throughout the morning and early afternoon that lead to this cause. And for the rest of this video, we're gonna go over those 7 common mistakes. Mistake number 1, you're dehydrated before you even realize it. Your brain is around 75% water. Just let that sink in. When you're just 2% dehydrated, which most people are by mid-afternoon, your cognitive performance can drop by up to 30%. But here's the kicker. That morning coffee you had, yes, it has liquid, but it has a net diuretic effect. It's actually pulling water out of your system by increasing the amount that you're peeing. And if you're not getting proper minerals and hydration in the morning, your brain suffers by the afternoon. The fix is to start your day with 16 to 32 ounces of water before the coffee, and then drink 8 to 16 ounces every 90 minutes. So by 2 p.m., you should have consumed around 60 ounces of water, and ideally, you've added a pinch of sea salt or a mineral supplement, like my favorite one from Beam Minerals, not just to give you water, but actually give you the electrolytes that leads to cellular hydration, which is the key here. Mistake number 2, the blood sugar roller coaster. In the morning, maybe you had a bagel, some fruit, some toast, or some oatmeal or something like that. Something that might have been higher in carbs and lower in protein. Your glucose spikes, insulin ramps up, and by 2 p.m., you have the crash. And this isn't just about energy. When your blood sugar drops, your brain literally doesn't have enough fuel to carry out its metabolic functions. You get foggy, irritable, and you can't think straight. So here's the fix. Flip your breakfast to start with 30 to 40 grams of protein, focusing on foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, a protein smoothie with some berries and healthy fats. Protein stabilizes your blood sugar for 46 hours. And here's the game changer. Eat your protein first and then have your carbs. Studies show eating protein 10 to 15 minutes before carbohydrates can reduce your post-meal glucose spike by up to 40%. What I love to do is use MCTs, medium chain triglycerides, early in the morning. These are really special fats that give your body energy and increase ketone production, which gives your brain an alternate fuel source. So for me specifically, in my morning drink, I am adding in a tablespoon of MCT oil, a little bit of ghee, which is clarified butter, for those healthy fats to help my body produce more ketones while I'm still having a protein-rich breakfast. That combination can really help stabilize your brain's energy. And as an added tip, you can throw a little creatine monohydrate in there too, which is amazing for brain ATP. Mistake number 3, you're starving your brain of omega-3 fatty acids. 60% of your brain is made of fat, and the most critical fat is DHA, an omega-3 that's found primarily in fish and marine sources. And most men and women over 40 are severely deficient in omega-3 intake, and they're also eating way too many omega-6s from things like the seed oils and the chicken and things like this. And without enough omega-3 to omega-6 balance, your neurons can't communicate efficiently. Your cells don't work optimally. So the fix is to get some omega-3s, particularly DHA, into your diet. In my personal opinion, building your nutrition plan around foods like sardines, wild salmon, mackerel, these are phenomenal for getting more DHA into your body. But also don't forget about the plant-based omega-3s, hemp hearts. I eat walnuts on a regular basis. Maybe start throwing some chia seeds or flax seeds in a protein shake. So many ways to get this, but when the basis of your nutrition includes omega-3s, your brain will function better. Mistake number 4, poor sleep. Last night's sleep is today's brain fog. When you don't sleep well, your brain is literally not properly cleaning itself overnight. There's a system in your brain called the glymphatic system. It's like the garbage disposal of your brain, and it only works during deep sleep. So if you miss that deep sleep, you're gonna wake up with literal metabolic debris floating around your brain and your neurons, and they can't communicate efficiently. And that's why you prop yourself up with coffee, and then by 2 p.m. your brain is running on fumes because external stimulants can't ever really fix a deeper problem. So the non-negotiable is 7 hours of quality sleep in a dark, cool room. You might need to get blackout curtains. You might need to wear a face mask and earplugs like I do. You might need to get your phone out of the bedroom, whatever it takes to get better sleep. And there's so many things you can also do to support good sleep. Taking something like 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate before bed. Maybe you use a little melatonin. Maybe you need to do some mental unwind practices like some prayer or some meditation or some reading. Whatever it is, sleep is a non-negotiable. I know for me, as a very sharp, healthy, high-performing guy, I can't get around this. Like sometimes I do work really late till 1 a.m. for example, if I'm doing things for some of my clients, and then the next day I feel it. Even if I'm doing all the other things on this list, even if I do the cold plunge and the sauna, even if I go and take the creatine monohydrate and get the omega-3s, sleep is a non-negotiable for your brain health. You must prioritize it. Mistake number 5, your stress hormones are hijacking your brain's health. You wake up, you immediately check the smartphone, the emails, the news, your cortisol begins to spike rapidly, more rapidly than it should. And maybe you skip breakfast or you have excess caffeine and the cortisol spikes even more. And by the afternoon, you're literally running on stress hormones and your brain is in survival mode, not in thinking mode. High cortisol for extended period of times literally shrinks an area of your brain called the hippocampus. This is the memory center of your brain. They've shown this in countless animal studies. If you stress an animal, the hippocampus shrinks, and ultimately that means you're not as sharp. You don't have as much memory and storage capacity in the brain. High stress is not good. It needs to be addressed. The quality of your state is really dictated by the electrical activity in your brain. Most of us, when we're feeling anxious, the brain is moving very fast in beta waves, these higher frequency waves. When we're feeling really relaxed in the zone, the brain is downshifted into alpha waves. This is where we feel connected, we're in great flow state. And so if stress is bringing you out of that state where you're not feeling like your best and your brain's not working optimally, we need to have strategies to shift you into that relaxed, parasympathetic connected state. Here's some of my favorite tips for that. One of the most important things you do is get morning sunlight for 10 to 15 minutes within the first couple hours of the day. That light that comes into your eyes, it helps regulate your cortisol naturally. You can also try some supplements, adaptogenic supplements like rhodiola or ashwagandha. They can really help your stress response. And if your goal is to reduce cortisol, then make sure you eat something in the morning within 90 minutes. You know, taking a bunch of coffee and doing extended intermittent fasting may help you feel kind of light and clean and clear, but actually can be a little problematic from a cortisol perspective. Mistake number 6, inflammatory oils are setting your brain and your cells on fire. I'm talking about canola oil, soybean oil, vegetable oil. They're pretty much in everything processed. Most salad dressings, restaurant food, packaged snacks. These oils are highly inflammatory in excess. And inflammation in your body literally translates to inflammation in your brain, neuroinflammation, and this directly impairs how your nerves communicate, neurotransmitter function. You literally can't think clearly when there's excess inflammation. The fix is first off to use healthy oils for all of your cooking. Avocado oil for high heat, or beef tallow, or grass-fed butter or ghee. Read the labels. If it says vegetable oil or canola oil or anything like this, throw it out. And add in healthy oils like extra virgin olive oil. Try to get a tablespoon a day. Get one that comes in a glass bottle from a single country source and drizzle it on your meals. The polyphenols in olive oil will help your brain stay young and healthy with age. And the final mistake, number 7, is not getting enough protein early in the day. So many people love to intermittent fast. Part of the problem is you end up having these really big meals later in the day. And protein provides the essential amino acids that create your neurotransmitters: dopamine, serotonin, acetylcholine. These are the chemicals that actually make your brain work. So by not having protein during the AM hours and you're shifting everything to the PM, you're not giving your body the precursors to really replenish and create those neurotransmitter stores. And this can be problematic for some people. Plus, protein early in the day keeps you full, it can stabilize your blood sugar, and prevents those excess cortisol spikes we talked about. So my take is try to get 30 to 40 grams of protein in your first meal, and ideally that first meal comes in the AM hours. So great foods are eggs, Greek yogurt, smoked salmon, protein shake, even leftover protein from the dinner before. Just getting this in early gives your body the precursors of those amino acids and can be really helpful. And I'd say the number one food for brain health for sure would be eggs. Whole eggs in particular, because that egg yolk has the choline in it. That's the precursor of acetylcholine, along with all these amazing vitamins. This is a brain superfood. I'm typically having at least 3 of these in the morning. It is very, very helpful for sharp thinking. Great, so I hope you found this valuable. Let's recap the 7 mistakes. Number 1, dehydration. And the fix is to drink at least 60 ounces of water by 2 p.m. 2, blood sugar crashes. Try to get protein and some of that fiber and healthy fats in the morning. 3, omega-3 deficiency. Build your eating plan around quality fish, seafood, and plant-based omega-3s. 4, poor sleep. 7 to 8 hours minimum. Use anything to enhance your sleep. 5, excess cortisol spike. Make sure you get that morning sunshine and maybe have an earlier breakfast. 6, avoid those sea oils and use the healthy oils. And 7, get protein in the AM hours to support neurotransmitter production. Fix these 7 things and that 2 p.m. brain fog, it'll be a thing of the past. And if you want a complete step-by-step plan, then check out everything we've laid out at the Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project. You can visit fitfather.com or fitmother.com. We have free meal plans. We have full paid programs like our Foundations program. Over 60,000 busy parents in over 100 countries have gone through this program and seen incredible results. I'd love for you to check it out because this could be exactly what you're looking for. And if this video helped you, if you learned something or even if it affirms something you're already doing, please let me know in the comments. So important that we spread this information, and the fact that you're here, I'm so grateful for that, and I'd love to interact with you, so please comment below and hit the like button as well. It's a simple thing that you can do for me to say, thanks Dr. A, I'm glad that you give me this good energy and the tips today. By hitting the like button, it makes me smile. So please make me smile. This is Dr. Balduzzi signing off for now. Keep your brain sharp, and I'll see you in the next video, my friend.